So that athleticism definitely on display on Saturday. Do you guys work on that? Like, okay, I'm gonna hold your leg and you're gonna start, like, is that a sequence that you can even train for practice, or is that just his athleticism, his uniqueness, like just his pure, skill coming out of that moment? Because I don't think, you see it on TV and you're like, damn, that is impressive. But the balance you must have, the strength you must have, like even the patience to a degree to do that is really unbelievable. Like I don't know if I've ever seen a finish quite like that. Maybe once or twice. Super impressive. And then also, like to be able to connect in that moment, everything about it impressive. Do you work on something like that?
Yeah, and actually part of our pretty much daily warm up, all my fighters are tired of it at this stage, is that we do 30 seconds balance on each leg. So one guy's holding your
Huh.
leg, very much similar to that. And you mimic throwing shots while on one leg. And that's literally part of everyday warm up that we
Wow.
do. And I'll also I'll bring up an incident that was, we were on the wrong end of that, was where one of my guys, the Franz Malambo, he's a very, very talented fighter. Um, Actually, there's a big announcement coming out about him next week. But
Oh,
anyway, he fought Ricky Banderas in Dublin, and he made the mistake of catching the leg and holding it a little bit too long. And Ricky Banderas knocked out Franz Malambo. Now, Franz Malambo is an exceptional striker. He was one of Conor's main sparring partners for the Mayweather fight, just to give it an idea that he's really, really high level boxing and kickboxing. But when you're holding someone's leg, somewhat the other way of looking at it is their leg is holding both of your arms, and you're not in a position where you can just kind of chill and take your time trying to get a takedown, because you're very open. So yeah, that is actually part of the daily warm up, is that comfortableness of being able to move around on one leg. You put that with somebody that's just an exceptional athlete, like probably in a different life, Johnny should have been a basketball player or an NFL receiver or something. There's a lot more money in that game than in the fighting game, but he does have as part of him, he's not just an athlete, he's a fighter, he's a warrior. You see that switch, that I know he's a bit of a clownish personality, but every now and again you can hit a switch where you kind of get the idea that maybe 1,000 years ago he was the guy that when the two the two on the battlefield, they say, well, your best guy go against my best guy, and he'd hold up the severed head of his opponent, screaming at his the opposition. So I think he's probably in the right game for his mind.